Welcome back to our Express Summer Theatre Special. Whether here at Tuts or under the tents at Bard on the Beach or on stage at Granville Island, the sorting, sourcing, and sprucing of the costumes is a big job. Next up, we meet the women behind the gorgeous garb at the Arts Club.
Hey, Tracy, hey, baby, look at us. Fabulous.
Anything that the actor is wearing, we have to make sure looks perfect. We take care of everything that an actor is wearing.
For a musical like Hairspray, there's a lot of singing and dancing, and so actors on a two-show day, they wouldn't want to wear the same shirt.
Denise Bauman and Tracy Govan work here in the wardrobe department for the Arts Club Theatre, and a big part of their job is laundry.
About 6 or 7 loads of laundry.
And that's on a slow day.
Sometimes we do 13 or 14 loads of laundry in a day.
When we put the first load of laundry in, then we'll go over the notes that we've gotten from the dressers. We have some stains on some of the shirts that we should try to get out today if we can.
Okay.
It could be anything from, like Tracy was painting shoes today. You never really know what's going to come up.
What did I tell you about that hair?
For Hairspray right now, we have a couple of fat suits, which are fun.
Open like this. Right now I'm just sewing on this piece of Velcro. This is a shirt it's been quick changed, meaning maybe the actor has to get into it or out of it quickly.
The women who start at 6 a.m. if there's a matinee do anything and everything, and they do it fast.
For Hairspray, we have I'd say about 50 shirts to press and steam.
You guys have a great trick for air drying.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can't go in the dryer, so we hang them up on a rack here, and we've got a big fan that we put on full blast.
Bauman and Govan are just one part of a big team that works behind the scenes.
Whether it's pattern making or designing or sewing or repairing, we all work together to get the show on stage, and so it's exciting to be a part of.
So the next time you're admiring an actor's perfectly pressed shirt on stage, you'll know it's thanks to the women waiting in the wings. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
You can go to artsclub.com to get tickets to see those costumes on stage. Now, next up on our Summer Theatre Special, we have knighting action and we have fighting action with the folks from the BC Renaissance Festival.
In the trees, in the grass, and generally outdoors is where you'll find the players of the BC Renaissance Festival, or RenFest.
Sheriff, what is this?
I don't know, son. They look like pirates.
It's not your typical setting for theatre, but this is not your average theatre group.
The sheriff and the deputy have tried on a number of occasions, but they always seem to manage to get away.
The BC Renaissance Festival is based on a format that was established in the early 60s. It's basically a Renaissance-themed theme park. The storyline characters are scripted, but we're performing at the same level as you. We are not isolated on a stage.
And that lack of isolation means the actors have to be careful.
Really? The villagers are there to create our safe space for us to act in, and we pretend that you are part of our world. We can lose our position as privateers.
Aye. As long as we are privateers and Maldonado is still a pirate, we have some power over him.
For me, it keeps it interesting, it keeps it exciting, and it definitely keeps it challenging, because you have no idea. Nothing could happen one day, and it's okay, you did the scenes, everything's fine. And then the next day, someone says something out of the blue, and your character turns around and deals with it, and then has to come back to the scene.
The RenFest audience should be used to it by now. For 5 years, the same characters have returned to wreak havoc on Stellar's Grove.
Anywhere!
Anywhere!
All right!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. It's extremely challenging for the actors. I've actually gone through a high percentage of actors. I've got some people who've stayed with us since day one. I've got a number of folks, though, that have come in as actors, and they can't take the stress. They want to be able to retake a shot. This is live. You can't retake a shot.
Forward.
Or they want to be able to stick to script. We can't. There's no fourth wall. You don't know what your audience is going to do. So if you survive this kind of performance, you can survive anything, really.
Sir Thomas Buildwell, rise and be thou a knight.
I'm Erin Shaw in Burnaby for The Express.
The website is bcrenfest.com, and it runs July 29th through August 1st at the Thunderbird Show Park in Langley. You're watching The Express, and we have more of BC's best local theatre coming up.
After the break, a closer walk with Patsy Cline.
To help her still live on and that her music still lives on through me, I think, you know, it's a gift.
You bet me bad. Will you bid me leave?
Bart on the Beach. The Express. We are your local voice.
Though standing naked on a mountaintop and think it.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
I think the Sea to Sky Trail is very unique in the fact that people with different disabilities, different levels of disabilities, maybe not even disabilities, maybe someone with a stroller or someone who just has a hard time walking. Just having a trail of this extent, going through the wilderness the way that it does, we never get to see that anywhere, and we never get to use something like that anywhere. You don't have to be disabled, but just to be out with your friends, your family, it's so important and it's so rewarding.
Welcome back to The Express at Theatre Under the Stars in Stanley Park. It's home this summer to Bye Bye Birdie and Anything Goes, and some really cool hat tricks.
Like that. What we're going to show you how to do today is basic flourish. Just that. That's all.
Flourish, kind of like Flair, like that old Jennifer Aniston movie, you know, with the thing now?
Exactly
flourish.
Like that.
Okay, one more time.
No way different. What you do, so it looks like that's speeded up, but don't worry about that. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the back of the hat, just like that. And you're just going to flip it over like this.
Okay.
And then put it on your head.
Oh, well, when you do it like that, it doesn't look like much at all.
Exactly. That's why I don't do it like that.
Okay. Good point. Like that.
Like that, and then on your head.
And then like that.
I have a gigantic...
It's a little elbowy, but...
It's a little...
Very Annie Hall moment for me. Okay,
yes.
Let's try it again.
Very much like that.
Something like that?
Like this, and then in and here.
Here.
Your elbow. Yeah, your elbow.
There, and then I can just like...
There you go.
Maybe you could just speed that up for me, cameraman Gallant. Yes, that would make it easier. It's easier than playing hockey. Come on, keep ending up with it sideways.
Because you keep wanting to hug it like it's your friend.
I like your hat. Yeah, see? I actually kind of like it like that.
Oh, it's stuck now. Great. Could you just get it?
It's not. Oh, it really is stuck.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah. Okay. We're almost a comedic duo, except he's the only one that's funny.
No, well...
You can see Andrew as Moonface Martin in Anything Goes here at Theatre Under the Stars. It runs until August the 20th. Now here's a question for you. Any guess who is considered one of the most influential, successful, and acclaimed female vocalists of the 20th century? No, I am not talking about Lady Gaga. Here's a hint. 10 years after her death, she was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And now her life and life's work is being shared on a Vancouver stage.
Here's Miss Patsy Cline!
It's called A Closer Walk with Patsy Cline, and it's a show filled with familiar and much-loved music.
Out in the moonlight, just just like we used to do.
Patsy was a country star in the 1960s, and she had a very short-lived career, but it was fast and furious, and she unfortunately died at 32 in a plane crash. But she was known for Crazy was her big hit. Crazy, beautiful song. I Fall to Pieces, She's Got You. Those were her huge. Walking After Midnight, that's a big one that a lot of people will know, and we do all of those in the show. We do 23 of her songs in the show.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy.
We're experiencing some intermittent thunderstorm activity, folks.
The other actor on stage is Kevin James, who plays DJ Little Big Man, and who in real life is engaged to his co-star.
The conceit of the show is that the DJ is doing a sort of a tribute show to Patsy Cline. It's 1963. He's in her hometown of Winchester, Virginia, and he's just playing all of her big hits to date.
And these hits have struck an emotional chord with Vancouver audiences.
A lot of them sing along, clap along. They applaud when they hear the first chords of songs that they love. A lot of them of a certain generation grew up with it. It's the soundtrack of their teen years and their falling in love and their heartbreak.
And for Sarah Jean Hosey, who recently wrote and recorded her first album, bringing Patsy Cline's music to life is an honor.
To pay homage to somebody, especially somebody who died, you know, at the age that I am now, to help her still live on and that her music still lives on through me, I think, you know, it's a gift.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
A Closer Walk with Patsy Cline runs until July 30th at the Granville Island stage. And for more on the local theater scene, we've got your Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight.
Celebrating its 22nd season in 2011, Bard on the Beach offers Shakespeare plays, related dramas, and several special events in 2 performance tents. Seven Tyrants Theatre presents their original adaptation of The Good Woman of Sidswan. This play uses the Dr. Sun Yat-sen classical Chinese garden as its stage. Surrey Little Theatre presents a comedy about 4 students who may not have a lot in common on the surface, but are united by their hatred for the man who's haunted their high school years.
And that's it for today's Express Summer Theater Special. We're going to leave you with scenes from Henry VI at Bard on the Beach, and we'll see you next time.
And set your knee against my foot. And rise, Richard, like a true Plantagenet. And rise created princely, Duke of York.
Subject of torments thyself.
You bade me ban, and will you bid me leave? Now by the ground that I am banished from, well, could I curse away a winter's night, though standing naked on a mountain top, and think it but a minute spent in sport?
Oh, let me entreat thee, cease! Give me thy hand, that I may dew it with my mournful tears. Nor let the rains of heaven wet this place to wash away our woeful monuments. So get thee gone, that I may know my grief. I will repeal thee, or be well assured, adventure to be banished myself. Now farewell, and farewell life.